We're just after 6 o'clock this morning. So we are going to do a post darkness into light stretch session. So some of us just got out of bed and went and did the run or the walk this morning, and it can leave your hips a little bit tight and through the groin, lower back and things like that. So we are going to do a Saturday morning stretch session just to loosen out through the hips and to just leave you a little bit looser after doing darkness into light this morning. So I hope you're all joining us. It's a special cause for me. That's my 5th year doing it. I did it out around home here, and we were trying to get as many people as possible this week to join in with us also. So you can also donate through the Darkness and Light Sunrise Appeal, and I will put the link in the comments after we finish this session. But we're just going to go into a simple little stretch session now, just to loosen out the body and to just leave you nice and fresh. See, we're all up in the morning. So we're just going to start with the hands and the hips, guys. We're just going to do nice long circles, just loosening them out round. Just catching that breath and breathing out and relaxing yourself through. Relax that, bring that back around the opposite way. Relax that through. Hands wise, just nice long circles round. Then back the opposite way. Good. Just cross over the arms, and we're just going to rotate from that waist. Just nice rotation one way, nice rotation the opposite way. Just try and loosen through that lower back and spine. Arm position is just to keep the upper body solid, so you can rotate through that lower back and through the waist. We're going to extend this further now by stretching through, extending that arm, bring that back in, stretch through the arm, and bring that back in. Just rotate that through, and back in, rotate that through, and back in. Just nice rotation, letting that stretch that lower back a bit further through, and opening through that pec. And relax that in. We're going to bring that through onto your mat. And then from that mat position, we're going to start into our roll down. So we're going to collapse through that rib cage, collapse down through, trying to round through as much as possible, breathing out. When you reach the toes, take a breath in. Breathe out as you come past the knees. Bring it up into a tall standing position. Try and pull through that spine at the top. Breathe in to prepare, and then breathe out, collapse down through. Breathe that in. We're going to bring that up through. Breathing out as you come to stand tall. Breathe in to prepare. Collapse down through again. Bring that down in. That's it. Breathing in. Past the knees. Breathing out as you come to that tall standing position. Breathe in to prepare. I'm going to breathe out. Just letting that hang, letting everything flow down through. Getting the stretch to that lower back. So breathe in to prepare. I'm going to bring that back down. Bring that up. And then we're going to do one more. We're going to bring it down onto that floor. And from there, we're just going to walk it out into an all four position on the floor from there. I'm just going to adjust this camera angle. You can hold that position. Just bring it down. So from that all fours position, we're going to go into our cat-cow stretch. So your cat-cow stretch, it's an angry cat position at the top where you bring the pelvis underneath, you push the hands into the floor, push at the shoulder blades and drive up into that tall stretch position. Breathing in as you come back to that center neutral spine, and then as you breathe out, we're going to push through the opposite way. Rising that up as much as you can, pushing the rib cage, flaring it down into the floor. Breathing in to bring back the neutral spine. Breathe out, push that up through. Breathing in, bring it back into that center, back to that neutral spine. Breathing out, back up. And the idea here is you're just trying to really stretch through, open up through that upper back, lower back as you tuck the pelvis under. Breathing in as you bring it back to that neutral. We reset for a second, and then breathing out, up and through. Back in the center. Last time opposite way. Breathing that up in. Just keeping that nice and neutral. And back. From there, you're going to widen the hands very slightly. Plant them into the mat, balls of the feet on the floor. We're going to stretch up into that downward dog position. So you're going to try and push your heels into the floor. As you push your heels into the floor, you're trying to keep your back flat and push that body through. Push your shoulder blades through, keeping the head neutral. From there, bring it back down the center, and then opposite way. Roll them shoulders back. Back up to neutral, and then bring that up, down and through. Neutral position, drop the hips, stretch the abdominals, roll that up in. Center, push that up and in. Center, roll that back in. We'll do that one more time. Push that up through. And then drop that down. And then hold that position and then stretch back. Knees down, push down through. You're going to hold that position and bring the left hand to the outside of the mat, right hand on top of it, and sit back a bit further to get the stretch through that back. Breathe in as you do this, relaxing into that stretch. Back to the center, and hand to the outside, hand to the top, sit back in. Hand back to center, and bring it up into the all four position again. We're going to reach the hand through, so keeping that all fours, knees under, hand under, back flat, reach under, rotate that up, reach under, rotate that up through. Again, we're trying to get through that lower back, so we're reaching through, rotate that up and over, reaching through, rotate that up and over. We're going to do two more like that. Reach under, reach that up through, reach under, rotate that up through. Plant that hand, same thing opposite side, reach that under, rotate that up through. Again, the rotation should be coming through that lower back, neutral spine, trying to get that chest to rotate along with the arm. We're not just moving the arm here, rotating from that waist. And then bring that back down. So from that position there, we're going to bring it down onto the floor. We'll bring it over onto our side. Bring the knee forward, grab the foot, and then stretch. Deep breathing as you do this. We're just trying to keep that heel pulled into the butt, keeping the knees together and straightening that body out. good deep breaths as you do this. Stretching through from that quad. And then bring that knee forward, just straighten the body out, bring it right onto your back. From that position, we're just going to straighten the right leg. Keep the leg straight, bring it up as close as you can. Grab the hamstring and then pull. Toes can be back towards the shin also. You can relax if it allows you to get a little bit further, but preferably if those toes are back and you're stretching that up. If your knee is bent like this, you need to go back further to straighten it, to pull it in. So you can put a towel around your foot if you need to allow yourself to get into a further position to keep it straight. And relax into this. Deep breaths as you do it. Bend that knee, foot back to the floor, hold that position, bring the opposite foot on, and then we're just going to push this knee out, stretch through that hip. Deep breaths into it. Good deep breaths, just to let that hip stretch out through, get it into that hip flexor if it's tightened into the outside of the glute. And you can hold this position and keep it here if you want, but otherwise you can reach through, grab the hamstring, and then pull that in. So again, we're just trying to keep into that stretch position. Deep breathing as you do it. You can actively push the bent knee out as we do this also. Bend that foot, bring it back to the floor. Just bring this knee down, hold that position. We're going to straighten the left leg out, straighten the left leg, bring that up, and then hold that position. So if you want to get slightly more of a stretch, you can straighten the right leg out also. But for some people that means you'll have to relax out of that stretch slightly and just not come as far out. And bend the right knee. We're going to put the foot on. Sorry, we're just going to change legs, my mistake. So left knee on the floor, right leg up, and then we're going to push that knee out. So again, we're just trying to hold that 90-degree position and open up that hip flexor here and come right into the glute slightly by pushing up through. Some people may feel this more on the inner thigh and through the groin. But just deep breathing and relax into the stretch. Relax that, and you can hold this position if you want. Otherwise, you can reach through, bring that up, and then go back into your stretch. Again, you can actively push this knee out as you're doing that stretch also. So you're going to get a little bit more through that hip, and through the groin, and through the glute. Bend the knee, bring that back down, just relax that down from there. And we're going to go into the opposite leg stretch now. So we're going to stretch that right leg. I'm just going to flip over onto my front. So I'm still facing you. So right leg up, hip into the floor, and stretch that through. And again, if you can't get it on the front, do it off your side. If you're on your front, actively push your pelvis into the floor to stretch through and through that thigh. And then relax that down. We're going to widen the knees. We're going to bring that up. We're going to sit back a little bit further and take a slightly more wide knee stretch into that. So widen the, walk the hands forward, Plant the heels of your hand into the floor, widen the knees, and we're going to sit back. So this just gets the pull in coming into the rear shoulders and also in through that groin a little bit more. Bring that up, walk the knees in. We're going to go into that pigeon hold stretch at the floor. So push up position, slide that foot out and round, and then we're just going to try and drop this knee and hip onto the floor. You can hold it up if you want. You can elevate this onto a chair also if you need, guys. We're just trying to get that stretch. So this front leg should be around that 90-degree position, which is why if you can't get it on the floor, putting it on a chair or on the kitchen table would be an easier position. We're letting gravity just do the work here by sinking this into the floor. So you're getting the groin in through that hip flexor, round into the glute. And then we're just going to bring that back round from here. So the opposite side, same thing, sweep the leg out and round. So it's very difficult to bring the leg through to get this position, so I tend to circle into the position, plant that foot, and allow gravity to do the work to drop that hip down into the floor. So again, we're getting a stretch out of the glute here, coming through that hip flexor, down round and through that groin. And if you're tight as well, you make it the opposite hip flexor in this too. And just breathe deep into this, relax into it, and let gravity take you into the floor. And then we'll bring that back out, and we're just going to sit round into a wide leg stretch. So from here, widen the legs to the point where you can control that movement, and then I want you to pull yourself up out of your hips. So at times when people go into these stretches, they end up here, and you're in a collapsed rounded position. This is rounded, rib cage is collapsed down, and they end up going to the stretch like this. But you're already in sort of it's not an optimal position for getting through that stretch as you lean forward. So your spine's rounded, so you're sort of bouncing out of the stretch. I want you to sit back, pull yourself tall. Chest is forward, you're sitting up out of those hips now. And imagine that you've got the big Swiss exercise ball in front of you. And we're going to reach over that ball long. So the back staying as flat as possible. Now you're going to get that pull coming right up through. So we're breathing in, breathe out. Then we bring it round now, up through the spine. Pull yourself tall, reach up and over. Pull back in, nice and tall. Breathe in, breathe out, bring that over, round that up and through. Breathe in, long, so we're going long over the ball, this way, long stretch. We're not just coming to here and then bouncing down into it, we're sitting up, we're going long, over the ball. Bring it up. Do two more like that, nice and tall, over the ball. And then last one, bring it up, long. Relax it, we'll bring those feet in. From that position, we can bring the right leg up, let the leg fall out to the side as much as you can. So get a comfortable position here. If your leg tends to be up more into this position here, you probably need to elevate yourself up onto something like a small box or a small block, because you're just too tight through the lower back and through the hips to get an optimal position on the floor. So you're better to raise yourself up. So even doing it of a small box, maybe about a foot high, will allow you to get into a better position to allow this to get into this sort of position here where you're tall and the legs down to the side. So sometimes the floor isn't an optimal position for people for this. You can do it sitting on a chair and do a 90-90 stretch. What I like to imagine here is that the small finger is going to the small toe. So instead of just stretching out in front here, which will give you a slight stretch if you're tight, I tend to come just slightly towards that toe where you're getting that pull across. So you get a slight pull up and through, and we're going to try and keep that knee down as much as possible. So again, reaching up and over that ball long towards that toe. So about 6 inches away from it there. Come up out of that stretch, tall, breathe. Touch that thing. Up, tall, breathe, long. So I'm pulling this wrist as well to get the stretch coming down through that lat. Long. We're down into it now. So let's get both on now. Good. Tall over that ball. Long. So we're just putting the move. We're not bouncing the stretch. We're putting movement through the stretch. And there's nothing wrong with static stretching. I would tend to do static stretching after a training session and do more mobility and dynamic stretching before. Last one. Hold. And come out. So careful of this knee. Bring this knee up. Straighten this leg out. Just to take pressure off the hip. Opposite leg up. Bring it out to the side. Sit into your stretch. Get as comfortable as you can with this. And again, guys, we're aiming for that small finger to the small toe to bring that stretch across the body. So from there, again, imagine you're over that ball, up and over, down through, and I'm actively pulling from that there to get stretch through my lat and rear shoulder, up over. Good. Bring it up with that. Your flexibility is as important as your training sessions, guys. Especially for people who do a lot of cycling, a lot of running, or even a lot of just active walking where there's hills involved and things like that. A lot of times people just get up and go with a very slight warm up. Breathe into it. Good. And then when they finish, it's like pull your foot up, stretch against the car, get on the car, go home. And this is how injuries happen, because you've tightened everything up. You haven't loosen the body out properly after your session. And then hold that stretch for the last one. And bring that up. So knee up, straighten that leg out. We're bringing the opposite knee up again. We're going to lift it across the body. From here, so my right knee is across and I'm going to get a headlock with my left arm. I'm going to pull this knee over this shoulder. Just turn this mat like this so you can see. So I'm headlocking it and I'm pulling it over the shoulder. And then I'm sitting tall again, so it's never slouched, it's a tall sit. This is bringing the stretch down through the outside of that thigh into the glute. And if you get to some of these stretches and you think to yourself, even before you get into the position, it's really difficult, those are areas that you need to work on more. People tend to avoid what's difficult, so if a stretch becomes difficult, they tend to avoid it. We're going to progress this stretch now. Put the hand on the floor and bring the elbow to the outside of that knee. I'm going to rotate away. I'm pushing this knee and rotating the body the opposite way. And then we're going to come back out of that. Same with some exercises. So knee up, left foot across. Get it in a headlock with the right arm. Here, I'm going to pull this knee over the shoulder. And that's bringing that stretch down through. Just getting back to where it was. So, pull it down through. So certain exercises people tend to avoid because they're difficult and they feel they can't do them right. Sit tall. I slouch there for a bit. Sit tall into the stretch. You get a better stretch down into that glute. Stretch is the same. If it's difficult, you probably need to do it more. So just try and get, especially if you're very active on a bike or you're very active running, you should be trying to get 1 or 2 long stretch sessions per weekend. And you should definitely be static stretching after you finish your work, but not beforehand. So we're going to progress the stretch. Elbow to the outside and pull through. breathe into it. And again, when I come round into this position, I'm pushing this arm into the floor to bring myself up, and I'm lifting out of those hips again. And you're never slouched to allow that spine to round. And then I'm pushing this the opposite way. Then back to center, lift that knee across, and then we'll bring the legs out. So we're going to move on to the upper body. So from here, turn the palms away. From that position, just walk the chest forward into a nice comfortable position. When you go into this stretch, if you're in this stretch now and you're sitting in this position and it feels like you're here and you can't actively get out of that position, you need to walk yourself into a taller position. So you need to walk yourself into a position where you can get those shoulders back and the chest forward. Because this stretch is a shoulders down and back, and then you're pushing that chest. It should feel as if you're pulling this open. Someone's actively doing this to you to drive that chest through and open up through. If you can't get in that position, even come into a very tall sit. And if you can't do that, then actively do this. Just open up and push your chest forward. But this stretch here, when you walk forward into the stretch position and you go to roll through, you should feel as if you're getting that pull back. So the shoulders going back, your chest is going forward, and you get a nice stretch through the biceps of the arm behind you, forearms, and also pecs, shoulders. Sit tall. And when you're doing this, don't put your head back, because people put the head back and feel then as if they're doing the stretch on the chest, but all you're doing is stretching your neck. So neutral, and then push through. Chest up, keep it going. Breathe into it. Breathe into it. And breathe. Good. And then relax out of that. We're going to bring it up onto the knees on the mat. So from that kneeling position, you can do a short sit, or you can do a tall knee position. If you're taking hip flexors, come up into this position, squeeze your glutes and keep your hip flexors forward. So when you go into the stretch, you're going to get a little bit more in through those hip flexors. If you're not really over tight there, you can keep back here just to keep pressure off the legs if you want. But we're pushing up and back. So with this stretch, don't just push up, and then push back. Hands come to the side, palms go to the ceiling, and stretch back. Hands come around the front, push that forward. Arm goes across, pull that through. Chin sides, pull that through. And then hands come around the back, roll the shoulders back, and we sit up with this, and then stretch out. And relax out. And that's us, guys. Well done to everyone who joined us on Darkness into Light this morning. We were getting loads of tags, and we seen loads of people on Instagram and on Facebook out and about doing it, so it was fantastic to see everybody getting involved and doing it. So if you didn't do it, I'm going to put the link in the comments below, guys, for supporting for Pieta House, and you can donate to the Darkness into Light Sunrise Appeal for that also. But have a good Saturday, guys. I hope you enjoyed that stretch and enjoy the weekend.